What if I told you that the man who built the most beloved technology in history ruled with psychological warfare, not with violence, not with armies, but with silence, shame, and control? They didn't call him a genius. They called him a tyrant with taste. Steve Jobs didn't speak like a CEO. He spoke like a prophet. And that's how he made people follow him, not work for him, but worship him. Former Apple employees said being near Jobs felt like standing in a gravitational field. He used a technique known in psychology as reality distortion. He'd make you believe the impossible wasn't just possible, it was inevitable. Deadlines, physics, logistics didn't matter. If Jobs said it could be done, you either did it, or he'd break you trying. Steve didn't inspire with kindness. He inspired with chaos. He'd praise you like a god one minute, then humiliate you in front of the entire team the next. Not because he lost control, because he had it. It's called intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological pattern used by abusers and cult leaders. Reward, punish, reward. Your brain craves approval, but never knows when it's coming. So you obsess, you over-deliver, and slowly your identity becomes his vision. He didn't manage people, he engineered obsession. But Jobs' most powerful weapon wasn't rage, it was silence. When he ignored you, it felt like being erased, a tactic used by dictators and narcissists, the silent treatment as psychological control. You'd chase his approval like a fix. You'd question your worth. And when he did speak to you again, it felt like redemption. Every curve of the iPhone, every animation, every sound you hear when your MacBook boots, it had to feel human. But behind that beauty was fear. Designers would spend weeks obsessing over shadows and pixels, terrified of what would happen if Jobs walked in and said, "This is shit." He said it often, and then walked away. And somehow that made them work harder, because deep down they wanted to be broken by Steve Jobs. Because if he broke you, you were worth rebuilding. Jobs believed perfection wasn't an ideal, it was a requirement. He demanded things no one else dared to ask for, buttons that felt like breathing, glass that bent time, silence that sounded like elegance, and people bled to make that vision real. He wasn't building phones, he was building a legacy. One mistake, and your place in that legacy disappeared. But here's the question no one wants to ask. Can you separate the creation from the creator? Is it okay to love what he made, even if he ruled through manipulation, psychological stress, and emotional collapse? People around him crumbled. Families were abandoned. Colleagues were destroyed. And yet, we still clutch his creations in our hands every day. Because the truth is, Steve Jobs didn't just sell us devices. He sold us belief. And belief is the most dangerous product in the world. He wasn't a monster, but he wasn't a saint either. He was a beautiful tyrant. And in a world driven by comfort, he chose control, not with force, but with vision, and just enough pain to make you never forget who gave it to you.